Hey, it's Jay Thomas here to talk a little Thursday night football. Let's go. Hey, how's everybody doing out there, man? It's so good to be back here with you again, especially to talk some Thursday night football. We got Tom Brady, we got Jalen Hurts, Bucs versus Eagles. Look like it's going to be fun, at least maybe for the first couple of quarters. This is set up to be one of them Thursday night football games. Either you get a great Thursday night football or you get a trash one. And we start heading over to the Netflix about the midway through the third quarter. Talk about Netflix. I got something to talk about later on because, I'm slow getting to these series, but something's pretty interesting on a couple of them. Anyway, we got Tom Brady going down to the Eagles. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are getting 7 points at the Eagles. That's telling you right now on the betting line, they're looking for this game to be a double-digit win for the Bucs, if not a blowout. This is going to be interesting. We got to see, can the Philadelphia Eagles, led by Jalen Hurts, who has been over 80% of their offense, which that's way too much, can he go after the Tampa Bay Bucs secondary? Because we know he's not going to be able to run on them. The Tampa Bay Bucs are ranked number 1 in rush defense, and that's for a reason, because they are man-eaters up front. They do not joke around. It's going to be interesting. We're going to see. But first, let's talk about Tom Terrific. Y'all know I am a Tom Brady fan. Yes, I did. I jumped on the bandwagon. I check out Tom Brady stats before I even check out my beloved Chicago Bears. And we'll talk about them for a few minutes later on in the show. But we saw Tom Brady come off an epic showing against a Miami team that we will not mention their names because they don't deserve to be mentioned. And you saw a man, 44 years old, looking great. Tom Brady has thrown for 400 yards twice already this season and has thrown for 5 touchdowns twice this season. He's on par right now to surpass everybody in a single season. Now, we know that they got an extra game. We're not talking about that. They're talking about Tom Brady could possibly break every passing single season record during 16 games at the rate that he's going right now. But we got to see, can Tom Brady at 44 years old hold up? We already see that he's got an injury. Now, he's not on the injury report, but that doesn't mean anything. Tom Brady played all last year with a torn ACL, torn MCL, something like that he had to get surgery with, and he was never placed on the injury report. Now, we know that's a violation of league rules. You're supposed to be on there, but it's Tom Brady. Tom Brady does what he wants to do. Tom Brady's in a Subway commercial. He don't even eat bread. Go figure that. They should contact me because I like me some Subway. Especially that little sweet onion sauce on there, on the turkey. It's all good. Like the little extra spinach on mine, too. I try to get my roughage in when I can. But let's take a look at it. The Philadelphia Eagles here, this is going to be a tall order for them to beat the Chicago Bucs. No, this is me with Tampa, with Tom Brady on the brain right now. The Chicago, but I'm gonna tell you who else is looking good though. Them Chicago Bulls is looking a little tasty. I'm waiting for that. But going back to what we're talking about, I don't even want to talk about the Bears. But going back to it, you'll see it that the Bucs are going in to Eagles heavy favorites, and now you're seeing that the Philadelphia Eagles have to find a way to generate offense against the Bucs. The only way they're going to be able to generate offense against the Bucs is by throwing the football. So we're going to look at that. Let's take a look at it. You got the Bucs, who are the number 1 rushing defense by 30 yards, number 1 rushing defense. So there's no way that the Eagles are going to run this football against the Bucs. It just ain't going to happen. So the only way you're going to beat them is by going to there. Now, You got Richard Sherman running around out there because you got Bunting, who's not out there anymore. Who else? You got Carlton Davis, not in that secondary. Antoine Winfield, not out there. You know what I'm saying? And you got Jamel Deal coming back from a knee injury. So look, I might as well be playing out in the secondary with the Bucs right now because you're not going to know any of those guys out there playing today. And that's the thing that Jalen Hurts is going to have to be able to go out here and beat the no-names in the secondary because that's the only way they're going to beat the Bucs. Got to throw the football. Now, here's the other side of it that I'm looking at. You got Tom Brady with the hurt thumb, right? Say the Bucs get up on the Eagles by 2 touchdowns. I think then you're going to see the Bucs run the football and just try to grind the game down to just halt. Just try to keep the possessions and keep the game within manageable distance so they are at least a touchdown ahead, but they don't have to put Tom Brady in the position to get that thumb hurt again. That could play in the Eagles' but that could play in their favor because at the end of the game, they might be close. Where if you saw a Tom Brady who is healthy, who might get the Bucs up 3 touchdowns. So if the Eagles are within 10 points in the fourth quarter, it's possible you might see some Jalen Hurts magic. Things happen. This is the NFL. Those guys are on scholarship too over there with the Eagles, and they got a lot of pride. So we're going to see what happens. Let's take a look. Now, here's the problem that I'm looking at immediately is that Jalen Hurts in this Philadelphia offense gets a slow start. They've been getting slow starts. They were 74 passing yards at the half. That's too slow of a start. If that starts happening against this ball club, against the Bucs, it's going to be a long day. He's going to have to light up the secondary, y'all. There's no other way around it. I don't see how they have an opportunity to win this football game if Jalen Hurts isn't back. Now, does Jalen Hurts need to be throwing the ball 30 or 35 times this game? Yeah. I hate to say it, yeah. Because they're going to take away the run-pass offense. They're going to take away Jalen Hurts trying to be Lamar Jackson. They're going to take that away. That's not going to be there. So he's going to have to get back in the pocket. They're going to have to go max protect, and he's going to have to get Devontae Adams out there on the islands one-on-one against Richard Sherman, who now is a shell of himself. That you go out there, you attack those guys on the corner, and you see if they can win these one-on-one matchups, because that's what's going to have to happen. That's the only way that you're going to beat this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is by throwing the football against them. Now, we're going to hope that your interior offensive line can hold up against this massive push that's going to be happening inside against the Bucs, but we'll see. Now, in the converse of that, you're starting to see Javon Hargrave from the Eagles have a really good season. And the one thing that the Bucs don't want to have happen is to have Tom Brady have to step up into that pocket and that pocket's collapsing on him. If that's happened, that might be a situation where you'll see Tom Brady trying not to injure that thumb. So maybe Tom Brady eats the football a little more in these games than what we think. I definitely think he's going to be checking the ball down everywhere. I think you're going to be seeing the ball going out to the flats. Now, you don't have Rob Gronkowski out there, but that doesn't really matter. He didn't have Rob Gronkowski out last week, and it didn't matter. So I think Tom Brady's going to be hitting the backs going out the backfield. I think he's going to be hitting the short routes. He's going to be getting rid of the football. The main thing with the Eagles is that can they keep Mike Evans from getting up the sidelines? Can they play a cover 2 shell against Tom Brady and keep Mike Evans in check? Because if they go into a one high look and they start walking down, trying to get pressure on Brady, trying to send somebody against Brady, that's what he looks for. And now you're going to get Mike Evans one-on-one on the outside. And we know these guys have been treacherous on the outside. Plus, you look at that Godwin in the slot going up against these linebackers. He's a guy who might get 6 or 7 catches tonight, especially if you talk about fantasy. Might be a good night for him. So you might want to take, if that's a guy you got out there, you can put him in. That's a guy I will put in definitely against this Eagles defense. However, I'm really believing that this game is going to be a snoozer by the third quarter, and we're going to be looking on Netflix trying to find something to watch, because that's what I do. If I find out that the game is starting to go a little bit south, I'm not one of those hardcore football guys who's just going to sit there and watch every snap. Not going to do it. I'm going to sit there. I hope it's interesting. Now, if it's some team that I want to watch, or somebody I say, oh, for next week I need to keep up, or they're playing against the Bears next week, then I'll watch the full football game if it's interesting. But if they're down 2 or 3 touchdowns, there have been plenty of times I have turned something off and came back later on in the fourth quarter, and that team that was down has made a surge. I just missed it, but it's not like we're in the 1970s. We got YouTube. You guys turn around this stuff right away, and I can find it on YouTube. So if I miss something, you guys put the highlights out there for me and say, I didn't miss it, so it's all good. Now, I did tease earlier that there is a little something going on with these little short series out here, with these old school Game of Thrones before, with the what's the other one that was going on right now? With the Squid Game. Let me tell you something. This Squid Game is ridiculous, okay? I don't know, first thing, if I would have went in there to the Squid Game. Not sure if I'd have went in, because you got to be in a real situation. But look at all the people when they got out. I hope I'm not spoiling anything for anybody, but if you ain't watched the first 2 shows, shame on you. But if you get an opportunity to get out, and then you're going to go back in, times is real difficult. I ain't been there yet. Now, I'm not going to spoil the back end because I'm always late to the game. But for you guys who have finished the Squid Game, do you think you would have done that at the end? Nah, I don't think so. Well, I think there'd been some Lamborghinis involved and some champagne wishes and caviar dreams. I don't think that would have been me, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys who ever watched the Squid Game. However, I am that guy who's always late to stuff, and I'm telling you the Squid Game is worth watching. Now, don't be like me who watched the first 5 minutes of the game and the Squid Game and sat there and went, oh, I'm not going to watch this because it's in subtitles. You'll get past that after a while. And then they actually overdubbed it sort of well. So after a while, you don't even really think, hey, you know what? They're not speaking English. Somebody's dubbing that over. But you don't really care after a while. It's good TV. It's a lot of fun. It's one of those things, the next episode starts playing, you're going to watch it. Next episode after that is pretty good. Recommend to go see it. Anyway, you're probably going to be able to catch up on the Squid Game after this Thursday night football, because I think this is going to be an epic blowout. The line is 52.5. I think unless they shut him down, they're going to go plus on that. It could be another epic night for Tom Brady, because he's just one of these people who just cannot turn it off. He gets opportunity to put it on you. He's going to get opportunity to put it on you. I'm hoping that Jalen Hurts is going to be able to go out here and solidify himself as a starter in the NFL. You know, he's one of these guys that every time you look up, you think, oh, Jalen Hurts, you don't really think of him that he's going to be a rock-solid quarterback in the NFL. But he's been pretty decent. But this is only his 10th start in the NFL, so he's still a rookie. You know, so we're going to see. And he didn't come in with all the cachet of the Justin Herberts and the Burrows of the league and all these different guys like that. He didn't come in like that. He came in struggling a little bit and really not looking to be able to do much with the Eagles. Now, are the Eagles going to make any hay this year? Absolutely not. Is he on a bad ball club? He absolutely is. But he's got to make a way for himself to stick in this league, because we've found out really quickly, either you find a way to adapt or you find a way to produce in this league, or you will be out the door. They are quick for pushing people out. It's just absolutely amazing. So for all you guys out there, man, I'm just glad football is going strong. To my Arizona Wildcats, let's go, guys. You guys have been playing better. My last game I watched, I think it was against UCLA. You looked like a ball club that's willing to play, but it's just difficult when you don't have the horses. And I understand that when you don't have the speed that you need, when you don't have the guys up front that you need, you guys just have to keep pushing forward, keep working hard. Those Wildcats are going to get a win here pretty soon if they haven't got one already. I didn't watch this week, so I'm not sure. But they look better. So hopefully here, the Wildcats out there in Arizona, you guys will get your season turned around. Let's get a couple of more wins. Let's make this season epic, and then maybe we get these recruits in here that we need. So for myself, for G Sizzle, for Rich Sizzle, who's not here, and for everybody else out there, you guys stay safe, enjoy your life, because it's a short one that we get, and we get opportunity to have a good time and be amongst friends. That's what we should do. So from me to you, stay safe out there, and we'll be back again shortly the next day for some more content. Love you guys. Stay safe. Jay Sizzle. Know how to say that? I'm Jay Thomas, but they call me Jay Sizzle because G Sizzle, because Rich Sizzle. Well, anyway, I sort of like it. Talk to you guys later. Bye. I'll turn this thing off.